So much talent has been stepping through the doors of the green room here at Perform 2022. And no more, no less than my very, very dear friend Neil O'Brien is in the building. Who you
Who me? No.
Listen, this is not your first rodeo, girl. You've been to perform for quite many of a year.
Yeah.
I want to go through the different years. How many, is this your fourth year?
I've been here every single year.
You're like me. We've been here every year. You just can't get rid of us. Yeah, the OGs. we're like the platforms at the front. Talk to me about how it's progressed and how it's changed year on year to where we are in 2022.
Oh gosh, it's amazing to see. Not only for the actual festival itself is amazing, but the level is the one thing that's been blowing me away. Just seeing every year, it's like I feel like the kids watch the people on stage get inspired in the classes and then come back the next year with like a new hunger. Yeah. And then every time you come into class, like I just finished class there about 20 minutes ago and I lost my voice because the energy is just amazing.
Yeah, we're kind of finding that with our headliners have been coming in and they're like, sorry, I'm so throaty. They literally have no voices left. And it's weird because I just want to touch on between last year to this year now as well, because last year there was almost a sense of like, oh God, everything feels a bit weird. Whereas this year it's very much opened up. Is that the industry? Is there more opportunity and more growth in Ireland than ever before?
I feel right now, everybody's very grateful. I feel like now that we've kind of opened up, as you were saying last year, it was that kind of, we were baby steps out. And even in class, it was that, I know for myself, I was, I like to be in with the kids. I like to run around the kids. I like to have fun. But you're like, okay, well, I just need to be careful.
Yeah, we all were.
Very, very careful. And, I think we're all feeling that. And like, I think I know, and you must have noticed yourself, to try and get the kids back to a place where they're comfortable again.
Yeah.
And I feel like this year, through all the work that all the schools and the teachers have done, the energy in the room, the kids are now back to where they were, which then just really inspires us. And like, we're seeing it with the work. You're seeing all the work that you're doing. I'm really busy at the moment. People want work now. Yeah. People want dance. People want to celebrate. And it's really great. And there's so many brilliant opportunities arriving every day at the moment. It's just fantastic.
Talk to me about your creative process, because little tidbit, little fan moment. I am one of your biggest fans and have been from the very, very start of your career, from watching you on stage at the Gaiety Panto to seeing your career grow. And I watch your videos that you post, and I watch the content that you post, and your creativity is literally second to none in this country. Like second to none. You are one of the best in the country.
Getting all very awkward here.
Where does it come from? Is it in you? We were talking to Ricky Jinks earlier on, and he said, it's just part of my making. Is that the same with you, or?
Yeah, like for me, I can't do anything but what I'm doing.
Okay.
There's only one thing that I can do, and it's this. And when you go out there, like for me, my big challenge is I want to make sure everybody that I work with or I touch or I, have in a class, that they come out feeling something, because as performers, as creatives, you can't make it happen.
Yeah.
It comes from us. It is part of us. It's a very vulnerable thing as well. And you have to be honest with yourself and throw that out there. And if you're being 100% honest as yourself, people are drawn to that.
Yeah.
And like with music, with dance, there's nothing new. And it's just finding a way to put your stamp on it. Because we're all storytellers. And that's the thing with every piece that you do, you're telling a story and you're telling a part of your own life. So, you're sharing that with people, which can be vulnerable. But when you've got people in the room with you who are on that journey with you, once you've finished that one time, the next time you're going, okay, because of that, here's where I want to push. I want to go further. And then even when you look at the level of dance and performer in Ireland, in the 4 years, really, we've seen this growth.
Yeah.
And, you then want to push. So you're challenging yourself as a creative in a room going, I want more for them.
Yeah.
And then, I think both of them coming together is kind of where the magic happens.
Talk to me about somebody who's sitting at home and they're watching these videos. They've never been to perform. They've never been to a dance class. Hello. But they want to get into it, but they're afraid because it feels like too much of a big idea.
Yeah. Okay, and I get that. I get that completely. Like, I'll jump, but but the scariest part is the thought.
Yeah.
The scariest part is the moment before. We've all had that moment. I remember my first class in Fly that I took. I was 15 minutes late on purpose because I thought if I was 15 minutes late, then the class would have started, and it's rude to not be in a class or to come to a class late, so then I wouldn't have to take.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the class went over, and people saw me, so I had to take. But I was so scared. Like me at 30, I was 34. At 34,
sorry. Go for it at 34.
Yeah. So me at 34 years old was coming in going so petrified.
Yeah.
Because it was a world I didn't know and a class I didn't know and a new thing. And I was worried people would judge me, people would do that. But once I got in, a dance class is a dance class.
Yeah.
You know, whether you're a beginner, you know, we all like to move. You put on a bit of music, put on a bit of Dua Lipa, we have the time of our lives.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters. And it's just, once you're there, it's fine.
So it's like you said, the thought is scarier than
the reality. And it's just get into the room because you're guaranteed to have somebody in the corner with you freaking out.
Yeah. And lastly, one thought for the dancer who is struggling a bit with just keeping it all together at any age. By the way, that comes at all ages.
That's deep.
What's the thought? What's the advice?
You're not alone.
Yeah.
You're honestly not alone. You know, and the thing is, we come out here as performers, like, because we're performing when we're teaching, we have the exact same feelings that you have. You know, the insecurities, the anxieties, the stresses we have.
The imposter syndrome.
Oh,
she's real.
My personal favorite. I'm still waiting for the day that the Gardaí are going to come into my room and go, "You are teaching wrong," and I'll be arrested. That's I know, it doesn't make sense.
That goes into our heads.
So
everyone's not alone when you're thinking you've got those energies. The vibe out there is whopper.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you go back out and enjoy yourself.
Thank you so much.
Neil, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my love. And thanks you. See you later.